Okay, this is Gerald Love, and this is the video portion of the Unit 6 workstation assignment for the Differentiated Instruction for Individual Learning class, MEDU 5223. Okay, now we were to set up different learning centers, giving a variety of students the ability to, or a variety of ways of learning, and providing and making sure that it was something that a wide number or a diverse number of students would be able to take advantage of. So this is what I came up with. Learning Center number 1 has to do with poetry and academics. This is what's called the blackout poetry. And materials needed include the blackout poetry instruction sheet, okay, marker, and a photocopy of a newspaper article or an excerpt from a literary work, novel, or what have you, okay, some type of a copy that would have information that would have text on it, okay? And so once you find that copy or what have you, you would then, as opposed the students, as opposed to reading the entire excerpt, they would go through, scan the paragraphs, find the anchor words, words that kind of jump out at you, all right, which could guide them or direct them, or take you in a certain direction of the poem, right? And after they locate the anchor words, they then search for more connecting words, right? And they would use the black marker to blot out any of the words that they weren't going to use. Kind of like this. Almost like those government papers that, when they don't want you to see anything. Okay? Now, students would make sure that they they kind of keep it light, make it fun, make sure that they don't get too discouraged if there are some words that don't fit. That's how it's generally going to be, but eventually they'll get used to picking out words that can actually present a cohesive and coherent writing and literary poetry type of writing, okay? And one extra thing that could be done to kind of help because what would happen once they get through with once they complete that part of the project, they would then allow the other students to read it, so they would want to make sure that it is something that could be understood by other classmates. And one thing that could help with that would be illustrations. That could, of course, be extra credit. Okay, now we go to number 2, Learning Center, which would be the Work Study Center. Okay, and in the Work Study Center, we would need a central folder. Okay, student notebooks, activity directions, which would be these activity directions right here. Okay, and which would indicate to them that they would need to either create a crossword puzzle, synonym list, or antonym list. Okay, and after completing that work, they would put those in their folders, and that would give them an opportunity to kind of own their work and be successful. All right. Now, when we go to number 3, we're looking at Learning Center number 3 is going to be Learning Center for books. Now, this would allow, what we would have here would be classroom studies, social studies, history, or science textbooks. For example, fiction, samples of non-fictional literature. So you could have a mixture of those things there. all right? And the class would first discuss the definition of nonfiction and provided a definition that gives information, explains, informs, persuades, and then we would then make sure that we would guide the discussion for the characteristics of nonfiction and how reading nonfiction is different from reading stories and novels. Okay, we make sure that students understood that they would be that these unusual features should not discourage them, and we would also explain how characteristics or clues that would help them to understand what they're reading. Okay, and they would have experiences that students would then be able to share their experiences that they've had with nonfiction work. Okay, such as what books about real people, places, or events they've read, whether or not they enjoyed those types of books, what websites they visit, and what have you. Okay. Now, number 4. We're going to go to number 4. Writing objectives. Okay. And with the writing objectives, here we go. Writing objectives. Work center. Okay. We would have the information, the writing conclusions for information text instructions here, and advising them of what it is that they would need to do. Okay, and this is, once they read that information, they would then go to the next step of writing down they would have the responsibility of writing down they would highlight one key word in the phrase in each body of the paragraph, and that we would want for them to remember. They'd write a conclusion paragraph, and they'd be reminded of the main facts of the body without restating them, and make connections back to the hook in the introductory paragraph. Okay? Now, we're going to go to what is my personal favorite, the Learning Center number 5, which is the Music Learning Center. Okay? Music Learning Center. Got it? Okay. Now, Music Learning Center is going to include these little snappy worksheets here. I hear the music, makes me think of, okay, now I wonder, okay? And so what we do, we pass these out to the students. They would listen to a song. Now, you could have a radio, iPod, some other form of device, some of the device that would be able to play music. Personally, for me, I'm more, I guess, old school. I'd rather play music myself. I'm pretty decent at being able to play some of the more, modern music that kids would be recognized, that they would recognize. So so what would happen is a song would be played, okay, and they listen to the song, only hearing the sound, or listen to the sound only. After listening to the song, they'd write down the name of the song in the first column, right? I hear. Then what they think the song is about in the middle column. Then they would write down what they're wondering or curious about in the last column. Okay? They discuss what they've written down with their turn and talk partners. We'd be partnering them up with a second person, and they both get to share ideas. Before listening to the song a second time, students would be advised to listen for specific aspects of the composition, such as the song's theme, the purpose, the lesson, how the characteristics are acting or feeling or what have you, right? And after listening the second time, the students will complete the next row of the I hear, I think, I wonder sheet, and then talk over the findings with their partner again. And if time allows, then they listen to it for a third time. Normally the song is played multiple times, and students are listening more carefully each time, right? And many begin to realize that there's more to the song than just a catchy beat. Now, the last category is the internet-ready category, okay? And there is as we all know, there are so many things that can be gained from utilizing the internet. Unfortunately, there's some things that could be detrimental to the development of children on the internet as well. So we want to make sure and monitor all these things. And one of the things that would be beneficial to them is a category called, or a website called Kapoot. Okay? It's a website that helps turn kids into true cartoon artists. They can doodle, create, build, what have you, all while learning and being creative. Basically using both sides of the brain, right and left side of the brain. It's a free website that can be used. You know, they can create stories. You know, it's like being their own you know, Hollywood writer or what have you. Okay, so that's my presentation, and it went a lot longer than I expected. I do apologize, but that is it. I will download it now. Thank you.